how big of a key was that to the game? Or why were you able to do that?
We skated and we had pretty good puck pressure everywhere. It seemed like we were a step quicker than they were most of the night, and that's when you're playing without the puck, that's important, and with the puck, it's even more important. So that team, we made a couple of mistakes in the second period, and they take advantage of it. We made a couple of mistakes with the puck, and that that leads to pretty good opportunities for them. In a hurry if you give them those those types of chances, but we didn't give them much of that tonight.
Between Victor and Daniel, you had a couple of guys make some offensive plays like that. Really are looking to show you something in these 2 weeks ahead. I mean, how big was that, you think, for them, and how much of that is what you're looking for?
Yeah, Spronger's goal. That's his spot, right? He's a shooter and he can score from there. And with Spronger, the big thing, and I talked to you guys about it yesterday. Is the two-way game and his attention to detail there. And he worked 200 feet again tonight. So the goal is that's what he does. We know he can shoot that. He can shoot from that spot, and he did a good job. That was a big goal, especially early power plays. To execute is really important. Sometimes it's tough to do that. And he was able to finish that off. Raski's goal was, that's a good goal. It's, there's a lot of pieces to that make it a good goal. We get some puck pressure. We skate and get some puck pressure, and then we're able to transition quick on it. And it's a good play by all those guys, and for sure for Victor to to finish that off. That's not an easy catch and shoot across his body, but he got it, and he got it away quick. So he's a smart player. He's a good stick, good poise in all situations.
Speaking of power play, Ottawa seemed to come out determined to play a pretty physical game, and your guys matched it, but you didn't really take retaliation penalties. You seemed to play a more disciplined game. I mean, how important was that?
I felt like in the first game in Ottawa, we got pushed out of the game in the first period physically. And that can't happen. We ended up down 3-0 in that game. Great job digging out of the hole, but we got pushed out of the game by their pace and their physicality, and that didn't happen tonight. We turned the tables on that. I'm not saying we were the more physical team, but we were the quicker team, and we had some physicality and some pushback in our game.
Talk a little bit about what happened in the second period. They came out looking much better in the second period, and you guys gave up a couple goals, deep bounce back.
We gave them 2 easy plays. I'm just being honest. We gave them 2 pucks. We gave them a puck in the neutral zone that ended in the back of our net. We gave them another puck on a breakout that, it got out of the zone, but it turned around and came right back in the zone because we didn't take care of it and make a good play with it on the breakout, and it's in the back of our net in 15 seconds. That's what they do. So that's what happened to give them the momentum. We did a good job pushing back on it. The Beniers goal it's an important goal to make us feel good again and get us going the right direction.
Is there any conversation that leads to that turnaround on the bench?
No, not when you're. We were going pretty good tonight. Guys were ready to play. There's not a whole lot of conversation that needs to happen other than the guys on the bench talking to each other and realizing the situation and understanding that we gotta have a little push here. We gotta right the ship and push back a little bit.
You mentioned Beniers' goal there. What have you been able to see from him, growth-wise, over these 3 games? Obviously, it's just 3 games, but have you seen him sort of pick anything up as he's gone along, or is he just playing his game?
Yeah, he's been comfortable since his first shift, and gave him, didn't have any hard matchups for him tonight, for him and his line mates. We had a couple of matchups we were looking more for the Gordy line, but Matty and his line mates played pretty much against everybody. Gave him a little bit extra in towards the end of the game in the D zone. An extra half shift, and just a continuation of what he's done each night. He looks comfortable. he's a guy that can play in traffic, and not just traffic offensively. He can play in traffic in the defensive zone, and that's really important. He can slow the game down, and get you out of trouble. So, there's going to be a lot of growth for him there, but he has that natural instinct, and he's shown that each and every game.
Hey, Dave, Don had 3 assists tonight, a couple of really important ones. He also made some really good plays on defensive end, especially in one of their power plays. What have you seen in terms of his evolution?
Dunner.
Yeah,
Dunner, I really liked his just every shift, next shift mentality. Maybe I'll call it that tonight. Nothing carried over from the previous shift, whether it was good or bad. It was just next shift. Go out, play the shift. And when he does that, he's really effective. He was physical tonight. He defended well. He moved the puck well. He made some good plays offensively. And every shift, he went out there and he started the shift on the positive side of things, and most of the shifts ended that way. He had a real good night.
Talk about the physicality a little bit. Were you at all surprised to see Hayden Fleury step up and CC there?
Not really surprised. No, not surprised. That's what you got to do. Like we've talked about that throughout the year. It's probably not something he's done a whole lot in his career, but it's time and the place, and it was the right time. It was the right time for him to step in and do it. What he had to do there. It's nothing. It shouldn't be a big deal for our group. It should just be. It is because it's expected, and it has a huge impact on the game and in the dressing room. But like I said, it's just something that our group should expect out of themselves. So I love the fact that he was willing and able to do it at the right time.
Dave, ultimately the goal comes off the board, but the effort from Yanni and Carson on that play.
Yeah, I actually said when they came back to the bench, awesome second efforts. And like in life, right? Everything you talk about second effort, usually things turn out your way eventually, and that was a great second effort by both Gordo and Cooley on that, and great play by Cooley and finish, and unfortunately it came off the board, but doesn't take away the effort. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.